Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to yet another interesting episode. On today's episode, we are going to discuss the silent challenges of male actors. The silent challenges of male actors. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce my guest for today's episode. And he is a Ghanaian actor. He is a model. He's also a producer and a philanthropist, yes. He's also a family man. He's married with 3 lovely kids. Yes, I'm sure you'll be wondering whether he's actually married. He's in the person of my favorite actor, Prince David Osei.
Hi.
Prince, you are welcome to Mandahub Unplugged.
Thank you for
You are
having me.
looking so good.
Thank you.
I'm happy to have you on board today.
It's a pleasure. You're looking good too.
Thank you, David. So today, David, we are going to discuss most of the challenges some of the male actresses are facing. You know, mostly we hear about the female side and that the whole world will follow and hear their stories. Imagine if a female actress says she's been raped or she's been molested or anything. The whole media follows it and they listen. What are some of the challenges that some of you are facing silently that nobody is hearing about? You don't even have the platform to talk about it.
You know, ideally, men are known to keep a lot inside because sometimes we feel like it's something, but it's nothing once we can handle it. I've had several experiences when I got into the movie scene. I can't remember, I had an experience with one of the actresses in Kumasi who were filming, and I think it was an office scene, but I don't know what went wrong. She said I looked at her in a certain way, and she got aroused, and she couldn't help herself. So at that particular instant, her boyfriend was on the set, and we're filming. It was an office scene, and she happened to be my secretary in the movie. So she brought me some documents, and in the movie, I was supposed to look at her in a certain way, like suggesting maybe boss and secretary had something together. And I was acting. So she said I looked at her, and I don't know what happened to her, but she took things personal.
Wow.
So when they said cut, she was sitting on me. When they said cut, she wouldn't get up.
Whoa.
And the director thought it was a joke. Personally, I thought she was just messing around. She held me so tight, she wouldn't get up. And everybody was trying to tell her, get up, it's a cut. Let's do the other.
And the boyfriend was on set?
The boyfriend was around, so they had to call the boyfriend in. Okay. When they called the boyfriend, she was still sitting on me, and she wouldn't get up. And the boyfriend was trying to tell her, oh, she said no.
What's going on?
She held on to me so tight. And at a point, it wasn't funny anymore. I had to just push her. So they literally left the room for the 2 of us. The director left, the sound man left, everybody left. So I told her, put yourself together. She said no. So she held on to me like that. And, you know, that episode passed. And I was going to change my costume. So we had this corridor, and you go left. That was the place they gave to the costumier to do her stuff. Whilst I was going, she pulled me. She was trying to pull me to, I think, a washroom nearby or something. But I'm a man. So when she pulled me, I said, like, what's wrong with you? She said, come. So she tore the shirt I was wearing. It was a white shirt. She tore the bottom, and it had continuity. So I held her hand. I said, put yourself together. What is wrong with you? Then she stood there and said, oh. Then I said, no, what are you doing? So I left and went to change my costume. When I got to the costume room, they noticed the shirt was roughened and the bottoms were off.
Wow.
So the lady said, how were you fighting with someone?
What was your reply?
I said, oh, there was these guys that were misbehaving and I was trying to settle.
So even when the boyfriend got inside, she didn't listen to the boyfriend?
She didn't care about anyone. The boyfriend, the director, everybody was talking to this girl. She won't listen. Yeah, so, I mean, these are some of the encounters. But as male, we don't talk. I've never even spoken about this before. This happened somewhere in 2010.
And this is the first place you're talking about this?
Yeah, because
wow.
as a man, you know, things like this, once you can handle it, there's no point saying.
So what about those who cannot handle it? What advice would you have for them?
Well, a lot of them can't handle it and they fall victim.
So how often does these things happen on set most of the time?
You know, at that time, I was new in the game.
Okay.
So when it happened, it was shocking to me. I even told some of the colleagues, like, then they were laughing at me like, oh, you haven't seen anything yet. But as I grew to the ranks and I really found my feet, I don't think anybody has tried that with me because I won't even give you
the opportunity.
The face. Like, I'm all about my business. So I won't give you that chance or be lenient to the extent you want to pull that stuff.
But in the first instance, you didn't even give her that chance.
No, but I was new.
Okay.
You see, when you are new and you come into the movie fraternity or the movie industry, they don't tell you how things work.
Okay.
Because let's say the girl in question is influential. She knows the directors. She knows the producers. And this is a situation whereby she wanted to do something with you, didn't agree. You might not have the next movie. You might not have more movies.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So sometimes it's either you play along, you become matured in dealings, or if she happens to be an influential person who knows the producer and co, you might not get the next job.
Okay, so in your case, I still want to dwell on this. So in your case, how did you handle it? How did she take it? And then...
Just as I told you, when I shoved her off, she was shy when she saw me the next time. It was just between the two of us. I mean, it was the two of us that knew what had happened. So I just felt, and with time, she kept saying she's not going to give up, but I think she eventually gave up.
She gave up because she's so obsessed with you. So do you think in the male industry or in the movie industry, the male should have a platform where their voices could be heard, or because you felt that you don't need to talk about it because as a man you can handle it? But how many men can handle such situations? Is it not worsening out there? What could be done?
Well, as a man, you have your principles, you have what you stand for. Me personally, people tend to say I'm too no or whatever. It's not too no. I just have...
It's a world that you have created.
I have principles that I live by. My yes is yes, my no is no. What you see is what you get. I don't support nonsense.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just who I am. I'm very assertive, I'm very plain. So it doesn't... Most of the girls that come around, when they come around and I give such reaction, I think they get pissed off because I won't condone some...
But how did that affect your growth in the industry?
It didn't affect me.
Obviously, you go through challenges.
No, it didn't affect me because normally when I see the ladies, I'm the ladies' man. I will smile, I'll take pictures with you, we'll laugh, but that's where it ends.
Okay.
So when I see you want to go beyond that, I want to encourage you. Some guys will probably encourage you because maybe they want you to feel good, but I'll tell you as it is. So when I tell you as it is, you might not like it. Okay. So then you probably get peace and you leave me alone. Okay.
So in your face or in the season of your movie industry, you've been that firm and it has helped you?
Yes, because, you know, dealing with ladies, you have to be very intelligent. Ladies are very smart.
But when we talk about sexual harassment, I don't think it's only about the ladies. The men are equally harassing you guys now.
Men?
Yes.
Oh, with regards to another man liking me?
Yes.
Oh, hell no.
No guy has ever...
No, how?
Okay.
No, you can look at me and pass. How? If I see you looking at me, I'll punch you. Straight up, man. Straight up.
You punch the man? Okay, so you've never had that experience?
No. Okay. I think it was in Hollywood that somebody, where we went for this premiere, The Dead. I did a Hollywood movie in the past and went for the premiere at Universal Studios in Hollywood, LA. And after that, you know, normally when we finish the premieres, we have after parties and stuff. So I was with my white friends, producers, directors, and I think this Mexican, nice-looking guy tapped me. I thought it was a mistake.
Okay.
But later on, he did it the second time. Then I noticed it wasn't a mistake. Reflex. So as soon as he touched me, reflex, I hit him.
You hit him?
Quick, like reflex. I just acted on impulse. So when I hit him, it became chaotic, like, woo. Then the white people asked me, what happened? I said, the guy touched my bum.
Whoa.
Then they were like, oh, slow. Then he was smiling. I wasn't smiling.
Was smiling.
Yeah, the guy that I struck, he was smiling. Then I told the white people, the guy just stuck my bomb. Then they were laughing. Then the guy came to me and said, if you are going to excel in this place, you need people like us.
Wow.
That's what he said to me. Wow. Then he smiled and just left. Nice looking guy. I'm like, why?
So it means that's what goes on there. So how can this be stopped?
Well,
or how can
maybe
it
is, but to me, I was pissed. Like, it's too nice to do that.
But that's what he wants to do.
That's
what he wants to do. Thank you, David. At this point, we'd like to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back. Do you know encouragement is a two-way sword?
Of course. For both those who are doing very well and those who are not really doing very well, both and everyone needs to be encouraged. In fact, it's a psychological fact and truth that deep-seated in every one of us is that need to be heard and to be loved.
This is one of the most important reasons why Mandahub Unplugged TV show platform is created.
Created to unmute the inner voice of men and to unpack the emotions. Here at Mandahub Unplugged, we educate, we inspire, and we empower men, dads and husbands to become the better and the best versions of themselves.
Do you know of any inspiring story of any male, either dad, either husband, or a man,
that you feel that we should talk with or talk to or interact with and feature on our show? Or you are that man yourself, you've been locked up, bottled up, so much to share, nobody to talk to, and you're struggling. You yearn to be heard, you yearn to talk to someone. We will listen to you.
Unmute that voice and talk to us.
Mandahub Unplugged.
We got you.
Mandahub Unplugged means life matters.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. So, David, before we went on the quick break, you were talking about you being harassed by a man and you were able to go through it and handle it well. What advice would you have for most young men out there going through similar things? Because they equally want to grow and get to where you are.
Well, there's always a price to pay for whatever you yearn to achieve in life. It comes through discipline, it comes through hard work. There's no shortcut. So I believe in my case, I mean, Hollywood is sweet. So maybe if I had condescended and probably given in, because that's what they say, like, if you want to excel here, you need people like us. I'm sure by now I'll probably be wearing double duper diapers or maybe something would have gone wrong.
I thought you were going to say that you'll be far, far away ahead. But it comes at a cost, though.
I would have probably been doing blockbuster movies, but I'll be wearing diapers, large size duper. So it's funny, but what I'm trying to say is, in life, whatever you want to become, you can become. But you need patience. Okay. You see, it won't happen overnight. Sometimes when I see these young ones coming up, they think they can just wake up and become famous. They can wake up and there's a price to pay. You have to go through the ranks. It has to be gradual, steady, surely. You have to work hard. There are times that you'll be lonely. There are times that you think nothing is happening. There are times that you'll be sad. There are times that you feel like you're not part of it. It will all work in your favor, if only you can wait. Because I went through my dark moments when I started this whole movie thing. At a point, you go to programs and when they're acknowledging the people that came for the program, they write so and others. Mm-hmm. And I will be among the others. And, you know, people go like, oh, were you at the show? Were you at the program? Oh, I said, when I read the editorial headline, I didn't see your name. Sometimes you do movies, and let's say you play the supporting role, and the movie comes out, and your name is not part of the cast. You tell your friends, oh, I'm in this movie, and when the movie starts, the credits, they don't see your name.
Can I ask you, did you have a mentor or somebody you talked to around that time? What helped you?
I talked to God. I pray a lot. It was all about me praying.
So there was no mentor at all?
No. I didn't see anybody to look up to.
Wow.
I didn't see anybody. That's the truth.
As of now, you still don't see anybody to look up to?
I look up to God because human beings, vain is the help of a man. You can tell me, you can help me. Tomorrow you can sleep and not wake up. I'm not going to call your brother and say, oh, you said you were going to help me. So I believe God will use people to bless you. But I'd rather go to God to touch your heart or to reveal me to you in some way. But I want you as a man, you're dust. You can die at any time. So I'll respect you, I will honor you, but I can't put my trust in a man. I put my trust in God. So instead of me complaining, I will pray.
Okay.
So when you pray and you come out, you see people do you favors that you don't even deserve. It's because you prayed.
Sure.
It's because you spoke to God. I don't talk to men. I speak to God.
Okay.
So in my case, when it became so obvious, people started fighting for me.
Okay.
It wasn't me anymore.
Angels are fighting for you.
Yeah, because they noticed it looks like they're trying to undermine this guy. And people say, Prince David is good. Why, Then we woke up one morning and my posters are all over the place.
Wow.
And interestingly, when I was coming up, some producers would tell fellow colleague actors not to act with me.
Why?
Because I'll shine. You know, when you do collaborations, let's say you're doing a movie and maybe I'm playing the lead,
okay,
and my other colleague is playing the support. The fans tend to measure because so okay, Prince is the lead here, the other guy is the support. Let's see how it works out. So when they find out that this guy, if you act with him, I'll shine you. So they won't do it. Some of them will say they've traveled. So my first major break was Supremo.
Okay.
That was my lead. That was the first lead. That movie, I was the lead. It was me, Jackie John. And they tried everything to make sure the producer don't use me as the lead.
Wow.
But the producer was bent on using me. He said, no, it's Prince that I want to play this lead. And that movie was exceptional. When I did that movie, I stood alone like, okay, this is me. Measure me by my craft. It's not like I'm riding on somebody's fame in the movie. I'm detecting the pace of the movie. And it was a big hit. So from there, they noticed, oh, after all, this guy can stand on it, so he doesn't need the numbers, other actors. So that's how it started for me. Then other movies, I'll do it alone with upcomers.
All right.
Because when they notice, okay, I can now shine on my own, they didn't want to rub with me. Like, okay, two are better than one. Okay, so instead of us doing the movie with him, for him to shine more, we will not act with him. Let him be acting with upcomers. And it really helped me. So I developed this tough skin that, okay, it's all about me and my craft and God. So when I do the movies, all I pray for is favor and acceptance before the people. Like when this movie comes out, the people should just love me.
Love you. So in your case, it's favor, one, because you love God.
Acceptance.
And then you have the energy to stand on your own.
Because I noticed it had to be just me.
Yeah, but what happens we have male actors out there who cannot stand on their own. What advice would you give to such people? Because everybody cannot be like David.
Yeah, you see, I had to do it because being in the movie industry is not a joke.
It's not easy.
There has to be consistency. I've been doing movie for the past 20 years, 2 decades.
Okay.
From school, I started acting. So for me to be here and still be relevant, then a lot has gone into it. And the grace of God is still speaking.
Helped, yeah.
A lot of my colleague actors fell by the wayside. Some of them are no longer actors. Some of them became directors. Some of them had to look for other things. It's no fault of theirs because whatever treatments that was mentored to me, they had similar. Some of them had similar treatment. They give up. Yeah. I didn't give up because I'm not one who gives up. I just said, okay, if this is how they want to play it, I don't have anybody to speak for me. Because when I came into the movie industry, you see, other people came by people recommending them, giving them lead roles, and really promoting them. Me, nobody was promoting me. Nobody gave me a lead role. My maiden movie, I played 5 scenes.
5.
5. That was in the eyes of my husband. I was in Legon then. So after that 5 scenes, some producers saw me like, oh, this guy is good. So they gave me 22 scenes support. From 22, then it started going up. Then they started considering me for the lead. So I would say it's a personal thing, because what I did, a lot of people cannot
do that.
Some look down on themselves. Some felt like they weren't good enough. But I will lock myself up in the room. I'll pray. I'll cry. I'll pray. I'll do whatever. I said, God, it looks like the people that called the shots, I'm not one of their favorites. So let the outside people fight for me. Let the streets. So then it was the streets. Prince Asem. So there's nothing you can do than to call me to do the movie.
Okay, so Prince, I would like to ask you, do you have some female actors that you are mentoring?
Oh, yes, a lot.
A lot?
Yes.
So it means to have a mentor is very good, and they are really beneficial.
They got close to me, and because of what I have been through. So when I see them going there, I tell them, no, that's not good. So I talk to them, I encourage them. Whenever I'm on a set and I feel like there are roles that they can play, I tell the producer or director, oh, call this person, call that person. Some I've taken to Nigeria with me. Some I have connected to jobs that maybe they call me for a job and they can't pay me the money I deserve. I'll mention some names also. Call this person. The amount you want to pay, he will take it.
He will take that rather. Okay, but is the movie industry very, should I say, how is the payment like? Do you make lots of money from there? Or it is the fame that helps you to get the money by endorsing deals and other stuff?
Okay, so when you become popular, people can do more business with you because then they can trust you. Your guarantor is yourself. I mean, your work is what will speak for you. So if you're dealing with a bank, you're dealing with a company, they know you have the numbers, they know you're a celebrity. So they are not afraid doing business with you because you can't run or defraud them. When I started doing movie, the money was good. It was lucrative because some of the properties I acquired them through movie.
This is the first time I'm hearing a movie actor saying the money was quite good. Most of the times, you hear them saying that they don't make anything, because you see most of our legends that are done with movie acting, and they have nothing. They are sick and they have to seek for funds.
So this is how it works. Some people get money and they live a certain lifestyle. If you get paid for a job and you live above your means, you want to do the superstar thing, obviously you should know that you are not the only actor and you won't be there forever.
Sure.
So when you get the money, you invest it. But if you live a lavish life and you blow it, at your old age, obviously you're going to struggle. So it's all about investing the money, looking for other avenues of making money, because every day you're on the spotlight. People will judge you by the car you drive, where you stay, what you wear. It's expensive being a star. Yeah. It's really expensive.
Especially in Ghana.
No, in Ghana. No, globally, because in Nigeria it's the same, in Hollywood, in London, because the attire you wear, after this interview, I can't wear this anywhere. So, and people mark you, they check your socials, they see what you wear, they see what you do. There's a lot of pressure. Okay. So when you make money, spend it wisely. You don't wait till old age and you come on social media and start begging that you are sick, and no. And when we started, they used to pay us in dollars. Like you go to Nigeria, you can do like 5 jobs, and they pay huge. Okay. They pay dollars. So those times it was really good. It's now that, most of the movies go to YouTube. So the payment isn't good like it used to be, because even if they pay you, let's say $3,000 for a movie, what that $3,000 can do, then because even if you are traveling, you want to buy a ticket. It's quite expensive. It's expensive, yeah.
Okay. So how has your stardom affect your family? I don't know if I can dive.
Family, which are the family? We have nuclear, we have external.
Your wife and your children.
Oh.
Positively or negatively, how has it affected?
It has to be positive, because
life cannot always be positive.
No, you said how has it affected them? It has affected them positively because it is through the movie that they are Americans. They were all born in America. They live in America. If I wasn't doing movie, I wouldn't have gotten the opportunity to make them live in America. So it's the movie, it's the film. That got me the visa to go to the US. And I said, okay, I want to live here with my family and blah, blah, blah. So thanks to the grace of God, it's the film. If I wasn't an actor, I don't think I would have been able to do that unless I have a lot of money.
Yeah. So far, there hasn't been any scandal or any negativity at all around you.
You can Google me. Why would there be negativity?
No, people can just accuse you. Like you said, from the start, you have people who will not add you to a certain kind of people. And you still have people that would want to pull you down.
Oh, it's always there. But luckily for me, it doesn't work.
It doesn't hold.
Yeah, because you can't fabricate stuff about me. The people know me. The people know me. As I said early on, what you see is what you get. I don't know how to pretend. I don't know how to fake. So when you have an encounter with me, you feel me. I'm just like that. Even when I post stuff on social media, it's a reflection of who I am. I'm plain, I'm disciplined. I don't, how do I put it? I'm not a sycophant. I don't look at people's face. I don't kiss ass. I don't care.
You're on your own.
I'm just strict. I'm just straight. If it has to be A, it's A. If it's B, it's B. If you're not happy, sorry, fuck off. It is what it is.
Thank you. Okay, so I read somewhere that you said you have a calling to be a called man of God.
A man of God?
Yes, he said you have the calling. I read it and I was so excited.
But haven't you seen the manifestation of the calling?
I have. I just want...
I have a calling to be a president. Maybe you miss...
President? Yes, I know about that, but then I know about I want the calling as
the calling is what is manifesting between you and our conversation. You can tell I'm not just speaking from...
Yeah. From the start. Okay.
I'm speaking deep. So the calling of being a man of God does not mean I have to preach or have a pulpit. We have many ways of affecting lives positively without even the person whose life you're affecting not knowing what is going on. It's interactive. It's energy. When people get close to me, I have this energy that knowingly or unknowingly you pick it. By the time I leave you, I'm sure you pick something.
Yes, I want to even get more closer. I want to pick all the energy.
So it's like, I don't have to say in the beginning, God created heaven and earth and blah, blah, blah. But you in your own way, you feel the positive energy that, this guy, he's taught me something. I've learned something positive. Because if you want to do religion, a lot of people go to church, but they don't know God. They've never had an encounter with God. They just go and sit in the auditorium, shout, jump, and they go back home. In this era that we live, you need to have an encounter with God. You need to speak to God on a daily basis. Here, let God direct your path. Than you going to church, make all the noise, and you don't have an encounter. You don't even know the God you serve. If something happens now, you have to call your pastor. He might be sleeping, he might be busy. So
what do you do
the idea is know God by yourself. Have a personal relationship with God where you can hear from God, where God can direct your path and, live a good life.
Yeah, you spoke about being a president. You have a calling to become the president of...
You see, it's crazy. Sometimes when I say it, people laugh. But I always say this, the people that have become president, do they have 2 heads or 3?
No.
Good. So
why do they laugh?
No, everybody tends to see you like an actor. It's only those who have deeper foresight that can see beyond. If you're an actor in Ghana, obviously, I act out to be a president, blah, blah, blah. But I don't blame them. Their mindset is very low. You see, you need to have a foresight. You need to look ahead. You can only attract the frequency you operate on. Sure. If you attract riches, you become, So if you attract positivity, and if you attract leadership, leadership will come to you. If you attract mediocre and poverty, and you look down on yourself, that's what you get.
All is the mindset.
It's energy. Yeah. So the president there will come in. Even the witches and the wizards and the universe.
I'm rooting for you.
No, they know, and they have affirmed to it.
We are praying, we are hoping, and we believe.
No, we are not hoping.
We believe
hope.
that
We
will
believe
not
God
hope.
will bring it to pass.
Amen.
Because it is God who has said it, not man.
Amen. Prince, what will be your last final words to my viewers?
To your viewers, we love you. The Bible says, love your neighbor as thyself. But the point is, do you love yourself? You need to love yourself before you can love your neighbor. You need to love yourself. And we know times are hard. We know there are a lot of things going on. But trust in the one who has brought you this far. God won't bring you this far to make you struggle or suffer. And come 7th of December, make that vote count. Okay? I love you and peace out.
So you have heard from Prince David Osei.
Thank you.
He's not just an actor. He's more spiritual than I thought, and I'm so happy speaking with him on the set today. I hope we have all learned something from Prince David Osei. See you again next week with another interesting, educative episode. Before I take leave of you, I'd like to acknowledge my sponsors for this episode. Thank you to Gingham for my makeup. Thank you, Miss Lynn Creations, myself, for my beautiful apparel. Thank you to Pinnacle Apartment. Thank you for staying with us. See you again next week. Bye-bye.